Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. You guys remember the XR80? So this thing is weather seized. Somebody left it outside and it got seized up, and I took it all apart and I honed the cylinder, but I think you guys could see that, right? And if I kind of run my fingernail over it, listen, right? So I keep going by this, and I keep looking at it, and I keep looking at it, and I keep looking at it, and I'm like, I can't get myself to put this engine back together again with this cylinder bore and this piston. Right, you could see the rings are still seized on the piston. So every time I'd think about it, I'd take a quick look on eBay and see what I could find. Well, it turns out there was an individual out of Texas, and he had this one, and you could see it's got a little piece of a fin missing here, a little piece of a fin missing there. Let me show you from an up and down point of view so you guys could see that there and see this here. So I'm just going to round the corners out. But look at that piston bore. It's beautiful. And look at the piston that came with it. So I decided, obviously, not to use this bore and this piston. I'm going to go with this one. This cost $50, and once again, it came in out of Texas, right? And I just couldn't. You know, if it was a China motor, I would put that together, and I'd be like happy that that's good enough, and you know, so it's far from perfect and all of that, but I couldn't get myself. I just couldn't get my. Actually, I guess that's the worst part of it. There, I couldn't get myself to do it. I'm thinking to myself, you know, if I smash that together, and I'm out riding it, and for some reason it throws the piston and damages the case or damages the bottom end, you know, I've been stupid, and there's my just desserts for being stupid. It was only $50. For $50, if I could get this thing put together properly, right, I'm so much better off. There's no use in being stupid about it. So I have to do that. And just stop messing around. There was parts for a China engine here that's in the basement that'll go together. As a matter of fact, today's a good day for doing this kind of stuff because it's raining out. So I should really, instead of talking to the camera, I should be putting these things together. China quads. I guess in the entire Hoard there is 6 of them. There's that guy I got from Stony, one on the far end that I got from a buddy of mine in New Milford, Connecticut, and then there's 2 in the reefer box, 2 in the reefer box over that way, kids quads, and I bought them, never even looked at them. They were so cheap, so they were almost free, so I just picked them up and smashed them in there. So there are I guess 1, 2, 3, and those 2 makes 5. There's 5 of these China quads, and if you want to include the China 2-seat go-kart, there's 6 of these things in the Hoard. The China go-kart, I'm going to kind of put together and then make a decision whether I want to stretch the body, maybe upsize the tires a little bit, and run that as it is. I guess, what do they call themselves? Cameras and bikes, or bikes and cameras. They got one that they call Pug Ugly or something like that, because it's ugly and it's It looks like a pug. Anyway, good guys. Go check their channel out too. But so that's going to go together. I think this one and this one here are just going to get stripped out. As a matter of fact, those tires look like they'd go on that cart. So yeah, there's too many bikes, so that's going to get stripped out. You know, this Yamaha is another one that I keep looking at and I keep scratching my head. It actually starts, runs, moves, but it smokes. I mean, it smokes. You know, like the Mad Men from the 50s and 60s. I mean, it smokes. It's crazy smokes, but it runs. It starts, it runs, it moves, and it even has reverse. I believe it's a 200, Moto 200, Tri-Moto 200. It's a 4-stroke. So I look at it and I think to myself, man, I really don't want to cut it up, but if I sell it, I mean, the tires on it are worth $100 to me, so I want to pull the tires off of it. The exhaust system is worth another $25 to $50 to me. So now I pull the exhaust system, the handlebars, the front shocks, you know. But I just hate doing that, but it's worth so much more in parts than it is as a complete unit. As a complete unit, once again, I'd be lucky to be able to pull 100, 150 out of it. And I just, once again, the tires are worth over $100 to me. The exhaust system is worth over $25 to me. The handlebars and front suspension are worth, I don't know, $25, $50 to me. And I haven't even gotten, I mean, there's an ignition system on there too, so I should just close my eyes and just start slicing it up. Because even if I keep it, and even if it were a runner and all this other stuff, I just don't have Yamaha. It's also got a shaft drive rear end in it, and brakes and all. That could be useful for a project. I don't think it has back suspension. No, she's got fixed in the back. No back suspension. But I don't know. I should just stop fooling around. I got to cut that up because it's another object in the way. You guys could see with the Hoard that I'm trying to get grips on all of it, trying to see it, trying to find what I have in the bushes, trying to find what I have in trailers underneath tarps or up on trailers or under lean-tos. You know, I've moved some stuff on. 2 motorcycles, 2 mini bikes, 2 golf carts. A few of the big heavy engines have left. I think 3 of them have left now. You know, I've gotten rid of some stuff. I moved some stuff on. To Udizzy, I shipped him a go-kart and an ATC frame and a motor. So I have stuff moving, but even as stuff is moving, it's not quite moving fast enough, perhaps. I guess it took me over 30 years, maybe 35 years to put this mess together, and I shouldn't be surprised that it's probably going to take me a little while to get things sorted out and cleaned up. One of you guys commented, and I'm just returning the comment because I've been having trouble sitting still long enough to get any comments written in return. One of you guys said take the CDI off and junk the rest of the bike. These China engines are actually not bad. They're really the China engines are not bad. The frames, right? Especially if you put weight on them, like a human being size weight and not a child. The frames are dangerous. They can snap and break, and you could go crashing and getting whacked. But from an engine point of view, the engines are halfway decent. The ignition systems, so carburetors, right alongside the ignition systems with so. But the engines aren't too bad. I mean, given a choice between a Honda and one of those, I'd take the Honda. Given a choice between one of the others, I don't know. Kawasaki's more valuable, but the China engines are easier to work on. Yamaha's more valuable, but the China engines are easier to work on. So I don't know. I'd have to. It depends what I've worked on lately to, I guess, how I answer that question. All right, you guys don't need to hear me babble. You guys could see I got the right parts for this. I think that'll make some of you feel better, because I think I told a couple of you guys that I was just going to smash this one back on, and I kind of got a lot of polite silence, and I was wondering, are these guys being silent because they're wondering what's going to happen, how long it's going to last, if it's just going to blow up in 5 minutes or if it's going to hold up for a little while? I wondered about that polite silence. Yeah, I guess that's all of it. Anyway, folks, remember, winter's coming. Near me, they're talking about snow and ice and so forth up in the mountains. So I think it's going to melt right off. But, hey, guys, winter's coming, so don't be a putz. Get your stuff stowed. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please, please get out there and enjoy all your days. Don't let any time get by you. Remember what Humpy's doing to the Grim Reaper. You screw the Grim Reaper by having fun every day. So get out there and have that fun. Bye now, folks.